Today I will be showing you a Google Earth project that goes along with the economic standards for second grade. For this project, students will identify 5 different countries and explain their natural resources, what they are lacking are the downfalls of the country, and how these downfalls affect the country. The 5 countries I will be showing you today are Mexico, Greenland, Saudi Arabia, Cambodia, and Japan. We will begin by looking at Mexico. Mexico kind of has 2 different topographies. The first is the desert, and this is normally what I think of when I think of Mexico. So it has the cactuses and the lack of a whole lot of green, like trees and bushes and grass, stuff like that. And then it also has the forest area, which has the hills and the trees. But it also has a lot of rocks, which make it difficult for farming. Okay, so the main natural resources of Mexico are petroleum, silver, timber, and copper, although petroleum is Mexico's #1 natural resource. One of the things that Mexico is lacking is fertile land, so this can make it difficult for farming to take place. They are also lacking a lot of rainfall, which just makes it even harder for farming to occur, although there is still farming that does occur in Mexico. Okay, so now that we've looked at Mexico, we will look at Greenland. Okay, so most people, when they think of Greenland, they'll think of the tundra-like topography. Although they also have the more green areas. Normally it's once the snow melts, whatever season that is, and they have a lot of forest type areas as well. So Greenland's natural resources are gold, iron ore, lead, zinc, diamonds, and they have a multitude of other natural resources as well. They actually have an abundance of them. Although many people think that Greenland is constantly, scratch that. So one downfall that Greenland has is the amount of uranium under the soil. The radioactive material can make it dangerous and challenging to reach some of the natural resources that Greenland has. So now we will go to Saudi Arabia. Okay, as you can tell just by looking at this map, Saudi Arabia is very much a desert. So the main resources that Saudi Arabia has is very similar to Mexico's. So Saudi Arabia has petroleum, natural gas, iron ore, gold, and copper. The one major downfall of Saudi Arabia is that it lacks fresh water. So this makes it difficult for farming to occur, although it's even more of a challenge compared to Mexico. You can tell just by looking at this picture that even in the cities, they don't have a whole lot of greenery. So now that we've looked at Saudi Arabia, we will go to Cambodia. So Cambodia has quite a few natural resources that a lot of places don't. So they have oil and gas, timber, gemstones, and water, which can be very challenging for some countries, especially like Saudi Arabia, to get. So Cambodia gets most of their water from the rainy season that they have, where a lot of Cambodia will flood in certain places, and this water can normally be collected and used throughout the rest of the year. The main downfall of Cambodia is how the government uses in their money. So due to the way that they use it, there's only a limited amount of funds put towards extracting these natural resources, which I think is kind of a shame, because I think that if they were to use more of those funds towards extracting natural resources, it would probably help with their poor economy. Okay, now that we've looked at Cambodia, we'll go to our last stop, which is Japan. Now, unlike the other countries that we have looked at today, Japan does not have very many natural resources. They have a very, very small amount of mineral resources, and they also have fish. So because of their lack of natural resources, especially energy-wise, Japan has become the world's largest importer of coal and liquefied natural gas, as well as the second largest importer of oil. Okay, so now that we have looked at all of the 5 countries that I shared with you today, I hope you were able to learn something from my tour. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.